Welcome back, guys. This is step 5 in the home seller process, or step 5 in how to get your house sold. So if you've been watching, we've been through steps 1 through 4, which took us from our initial meeting all the way up through our pre-launch process. Now we are ready to go live on the market with your house. So today is launch day. It is a Thursday, and we are ready to broadcast your home to the masses. So what does that exactly mean for you as the seller? Well, a couple of things. One, it means that your house is now out there live on the internet for people to schedule showings for your particular property. So we'll tell you that you need to be ready. Keep your cell phone with you. That's how we're going to notify you of those showings. We usually do a test run, so I'll schedule a showing for your property while I'm with you, just so you can see how the process works. You'll know what the phone call sounds like. You'll know what the text message looks like, all of those things, so that you're prepared to be able to answer on those showing calls. And remember, your answer is always yes, no matter what. So also on launch day, we're going to begin to push out your property across all of the channels that we are going to broadcast. And I can't list all of those for you. I believe there's something like 104 of them, something like that. There's a lot of them. So I'm not going to sit here and list each one of them for you, but we're going to be doing our behind the scenes marketing push that entire weekend. So we've had, or we're having today, your VIP open house. So we have invited some potential buyers. We have invited your neighbors for that initial open house on launch day. Why in the world are you inviting my neighbors? Well, some of them are nosy, yes. But the main reason we're inviting your neighbors is because who is the best person to choose the buyer of your house? Well, it's a neighbor. So they're going to get some special treatment for us. As we get ready to have this open house on live day, we're actually going to go and door knock to remind them. They've received an invitation in the mail. They've received a video text and or phone call from us inviting them to this special open house. And then we're going to go door knock to try to get them there. We want them to see your property because they are your very best advocates. They want your house to sell for the highest price point because they know how that impacts their particular property. They want a great buyer to purchase your property because they want a great neighbor. So they are your greatest advocates in this journey. So we want to give them some special treatment. Then in the coming days, we have a few other things we're going to be doing. Again, behind the scenes marketing, but leading up to that weekend, we will begin to promote your public open house that will happen either on Saturday or Sunday, sometimes both. Again, depends on the location. So we're going to start Friday by putting out all of those signs. Our online marketing will start actually on launch day on Thursday to gear up for that open house that's coming later in the weekend. Again, we're trying to drive the most amount of traffic in those first 4 days because you are most likely to get your best offer the first time around. Your first offer is almost always your best offer. So the more people we can drive to get that offer, the better off you are. During that initial 4-day period, I'm not going to say we're going to be working the hardest because we're going to continue to work to get your house sold, but that is our greatest push because, again, your best outcome comes if we can sell your house in the first 10 days. If you're priced appropriately for what you have, if you follow the processes that we have in place for you, you'll get your house sold in that amount of time without a problem. But we're working diligently. I always tell sellers because they want to know, how are things going? How are things going? How are things going? We will update you on those first 4 days every single day. There'll be a plan in place for updates after that, but those first 4 days, we're going to update you every day. So be ready. Know that we're out there working to find the buyer for your property, not just myself, but our entire team. Every time we have a listing that goes live, that launch weekend is all hands on deck. So we are making phone calls. We are sending emails. Your property is going to end up in our agency-wide email distribution as a featured property that week. Depending on the time of the month that your property launches, it may also go in our printed newsletter. If it has just recently launched, we'll put the newest one there. So we are all working to get the most exposure that we possibly can for your individual property. So we've gone through our initial meeting all the way up. Now we're live on the market. What happens next? Well, if we're successful and we follow the process all the way through, the next video, you're going to find out what happens once we get an offer and how we go through that acceptance process and get you to moving towards the closing table. So stick around. We're live on the market now. Let's get it sold.